Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? Today I'm going to do a review on the FitTurn Earpad covers for the AirPods Max. Now these ear cup covers, they cost me around $10 on Amazon, and it took around 2 to 3 weeks to get to me, so the shipping was pretty long delivering them to my address. But when I did got them, this is how they basically look out of the box. When you first look at them from this angle, they are 100% clear, although they do have very tiny dots around the case here, but it's not noticeable at all. But when you turn them around, one thing I've noticed with most like Chinese products that you buy from China is that when you have a clear case, it does turn yellow at the edges right over here. As you can see, that it is pretty much yellow on the lid, on the lip, including the charging port here. So if you're gonna buy this from this seller on Amazon, most likely you will get a clear case with the yellow trimmings on the sides of this earpad case. But when you do get them, they are kind of stretchable. You could possibly fit this on your AirPods without stretching it too much, but this is hard rubber material. Now I do have my AirPods Max here, and I am going to try these on the Maxes. These earpads do not have a left or right indicator, so you're gonna have to line them up with the top buttons here for the right ear cup and the left ear cup here. So let's start with the right ear cup, and this case is pretty hard to put on. If you try to do it from the top, as you can see, there is a slit on the top of the case. You could place it right there, but the problem with that is that look how much this thing hangs off. Like, it's very hard to try to stretch this bottom part out to fit the case, and it's really hard. So try to install it from the sides, like right now, and from the other side you want to stretch this part out and try to possibly, I kind of hurt my finger right there from the edge of the metal headphones, and surprisingly I did this faster than my last try. But the first time I tried to put this case on, it took me around 2 to 3 minutes to put it on, because this was very hard to put on the AirPods. Okay, so let's do the other side here. There it is. As you can see, these how the headphones look. They look very nice, very glossy. It has like a glossy, has a glossy design, it has a glossy look to them. And this is how they look from the front. It still gives you enough room for the microphones at the bottom here of the headphones, also on the top. And of course, it gives you enough room for the buttons, for the crown and the button on the front with no problem. You can still use the crown back and forth, and you can still click on the button. Now for the stems here, you could close it or open it with no problem. The stems, the case will not get in the way with that. At the bottom of the case, you still have enough room for your charging port, and it does not cover the light at the bottom, as it's 100% open, so that you can see the light much easier when it's not covered. And trying to move this case around, it is bulging and sliding just a tad bit, but nothing very bad that it misplaces the case 100%, because as you can see, even though I'm moving it around, it still gets in place. Same thing with the bottom. If I move it around, it stays in place no matter how much I try to move it back and forth. At a specific angle, as you can see here at the bottom, you can still see that yellow residue color of the edges of this case. It doesn't look very nice, you know, so if you're like in a bright area where there's lots of sunlight or light in general, you are going to see that yellow edging at the bottom of the case, which makes the case look pretty dirty at a specific angle. So it does have that. If you're going to buy this case, you're gonna have that yellow residue at the bottom and possibly at the sides here as well. But for the most part, looking at a face forward angle, you cannot see the yellow residue on the front of the case, because it basically looks 100% glossy. Now one problem I have with this case is that it does stretches out from the top of the case, where you tend to try to bend the case and trying to install it on the headphones itself. It starts to stretch out from the top here. Same exact thing with the other side, but so far it hasn't teared on me yet. But if you do install it, this might happen to your case as well. Now I do have my Apple Smart case, and let's see if this case fits. And it does. Let me close the case. And as you can see, this is how the case looks. The charging port slot does not move around, it stays in place. So even if you do slide in the headphones with the smart case, the AirPad case is not going to move around, so you could charge this case with no problem. And as you can see, this is how it basically looks from the front. You still get that shiny glossy look on top. This is the other side. This is how it looks from the top. You know, at a specific angle, this case does make the AirPods look very nice, because it makes it have that glossy stainless steel type of look where it looks very, very shiny. So that's how basically the case looks. And you can see from the bottom as well. Yeah, from the bottom where this place is open, it still protects it from the bottom of the headphones. And of course, when you take off the case here, it takes off no problem at all. So guys, that was basically just a quick review on the FitTurn Earpad cover case for the AirPods Max. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.